Holy crap. Yeah, it's been kind of one of those weeks. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but sometimes it's just like you get to Sunday, which is always interesting because those are the days that I do this video, and it's like an opportunity to look back on the week, and I am like, holy crap, what a week it has been. It's crazy to me in some ways that like it's all happened in one week, and this may be really confusing, but it's kind of like, it's surreal that it could all happen in one week. So it feels like all this must have transpired over a lot more than 1 week, even though it's only been a week. So it went fast, but it was packed. So it seems like it was longer than a week from what happened in the week, but when looking back, it feels impossible that that amount of stuff could have happened in 1 week. And to just give you guys the quick overview, stay caught up on everything that's happening at TrueChat, and trying to work on everything going on there. So just a lot of different stuff going on, all good stuff, very exciting. Definitely staying busy, but on in some ways it's kind of like from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, it's just go, go, go. So days just kind of like, they fly by, but you're utilizing like all the time in the day, so it feels, at least it seems like that at the end of the day. Again, it doesn't feel like everything that could have happened in that day happened in that day. So just really interesting stuff. And it feels like I haven't seen Brett at all, probably because I haven't seen Brett hardly at all. Usually the only time that we're both at home together is at night, after he's done with school and work and after I'm done with all my work stuff. So, from that standpoint, that's kind of sucked. But it's some of those, it's one of those things that Brett and I talked about. We've both always been the type of people that are very busy and have a lot going on. So, summer was nice from the standpoint of we had a lot more time where we were home at the same time or could go do things at the same time. But we're back into the thick of it now as we approach fall here. And 2016 has flown by. I don't know about you guys, but it just like, wow, it's gone. So, I am actually curious. I talked about this like a couple weeks ago, what you guys would like to see more of. I'm trying to keep you guys up to date, but I don't have as much time during the week to plan out like what I want to talk about, which is okay, because we don't have to have it all planned out. Like today, I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk to you guys, but at the same time, I'm okay planning stuff out if I have some more ideas about what to plan out. And so if you haven't seen last week's video, you should definitely do that. Brett and I kind of go over our trip to Niagara Falls and just look back at that and how it went and so forth. And I think it's always good sometimes to look back and kind of assess where you are, not just individually, but also as a couple. So sometimes even when we were at an event like Niagara Falls where it really doesn't deal directly with him or I, at the same time, it's a good opportunity to do that. We try to be pretty diligent about that. Once a month, really check in and see how each of us is doing and make sure that we're happy and that type of stuff, which goes back to what I've talked about like so many times, which is communication is so critical. So I don't know, and I'll be really honest with you guys. It's been a hard week from the standpoint of I'm doing something that requires a lot, and I'm used to doing things like that. I just don't know if I'm loving what I'm doing. So probably give it a couple more weeks, and figure it out. I won't say that like I really dislike it or anything. It's just getting organized and figuring out like a system to it is kind of tough, especially your first week when again you're just getting like thrown into it. So I think that now that I have kind of a plan for how it should work next week and that type of thing, that makes a really big difference. And what else? I celebrated my brother's birthday this week, so like we're taking it a whole nother direction. He's 18, which is just crazy because it just feels like I turned 18 not that long ago. So The fact that he's already 18 is just amazing, and he has a good girlfriend now. I've always kind of joked he's been a little bit of a cavalier, what feels like the past year or so, which is not to necessarily not to his fault. I think he was getting pretty unfortunate with people he was dating, just not being high school girls, not that there's anything wrong with high school girls, but just kind of being very unpredictable and sometimes not interested in as serious a relationship as he was interested in. And I know what that's like, so definitely can, definitely can reach out, and we've interestingly enough become what I would say is better friends over the past like 2 or 3 years than we were like the whole time growing up together, which is weird because we did like all kinds of stuff together. We played, lightsabers and Star Wars and Legos and Xbox and all kinds of stuff, which was a lot of fun, and that was fine. I mean, I think we were really good friends then too, but like just a higher level of that. Obviously, as we get older, we're able to talk about real life things a little bit more closely. So special thanks to my brother. I know that he doesn't watch my videos too often, but in case he does, he has been a really fantastic brother over the years, and I know he tries very hard. And I know it's tough being a younger brother or just a younger sibling in general, because especially if you're the last one, it's kind of like always living up to the expectations of the older siblings in terms of what we did and what came before and all that stuff. So I think that's I wish there was an easy way to just be like, don't worry about that, because you're your own person, and if you do what we do, that's not, it's different for everybody. So don't try not to stress over that type of stuff. But on that note, I really don't have all that much else this week, other than to please make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I am trying to be more active. Any of you who have watched consistently know that I am just notoriously bad about posting very often. It really just slips my mind. I've never been able to get into it like everybody else does, which is okay with me. I mean, I don't have FOMO. I'm not I don't have any fear of being left out, so or missing out or whatever. So it doesn't bother me all that much, but I know that you guys would probably like to see me like actually put stuff up more frequently. So I'm trying to do Twitter at least 3 times a day, 1 original and like 2 retweets or something. And then I haven't made any commitment on Instagram yet. I take lots of pictures. I just never take the time to take them off of the camera and get them on my phone so that I can post them. And I actually have several cool ones from the Niagara Falls video, which you should go watch. I think I'm going to retitle that one because it's called Reflecting at Niagara Falls or something like that right now. And I think that might be like turning people off to like, what? Because it's really more about the trip and then the reflecting that happened on the trip. So, and there's some really cool cinematic footage there that I tried to share with you guys. So definitely check it out. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you very much for tuning into the Justin T. Weller Show. And I plan to see you all next week. In the meantime, be the change.